was it about this story that made you want to put it on film?
Well, I love the idea of telling a story on the ocean, and also a story with a female lead, woman against nature, which is kind of rare in the film history, and I love the idea of that, and then also the combination of a love story and a survival tale put in like woven together. That was a very interesting way of doing that.
So guys, these obviously at times very physically demanding roles. How did you both get match fit for the film?
We trained a lot, didn't eat a lot, and sailed a lot, learned how to sail a whole lot. I went to Hawaii before we started filming this movie and learned to sail out there, and then went to Fiji and continued to learn to sail in Fiji. And you did some. What skills did
you learn?
Yeah,
UK,
well,
right?
Exactly the same. So I was... For me, I was coming off the back of doing a job that I was a little overweight for. I had to put on a bit of timber. So I basically arrived in Fiji having to lose, or look more like a sailor, is what was told to me. But yeah,
not by me.
Yeah, Shailene told me I need to look more like a sailor to get this part. So no, but I was training about 2-3 times a day and not eating very much in order to shed weight quickly. But then sailing, I did about 2 weeks before we started filming of sailing, and almost every day. It was pretty grueling. I had to learn how to fillet a fish. That was about it, really.
And what do you think Shailene and Sam bring to the lead roles? Why did you choose them, I guess?
Well, I chose both of them for the same reason, the authenticity, and also that they look quite a bit like the real people, you know. Not that I'm stuck on that, they're looking alike. It's more importantly, the core of who they are is not too far away from what I think these people were. So I think that when you sit there comfortably, then it's easier to move around and you're still kind of truthful to the character.
How did you find working at sea? I mean, did you get seasick, or are you quite good at this?
Not really.
Yeah.
We got so seasick.
Yeah, my first day on a boat in Fiji, I was sick, and Shailene was literally patting my back, rubbing my back. You know, so that was like the icebreaker for us, really. Our first sort of proper introduction, and she was rubbing my back as I was throwing up off the back of a boat. Proud.
Good moments.
Mayday, mayday! This is the sailing yacht Asana! Does anyone copy? Hello? Our last recorded position was 129 degrees west and latitude 12 north. Does anyone copy? Hello? Mayday! Mayday! Is anybody there? Please let me up. Our boat is sinking. Mayday!
How involved was Tammy in the development, and also how important was it to have her involved?
Well, she was quite involved on early stages with the writers, and of course we had her book, and I got the script and I started working on the script with the writers and another writer who came on board. I drew a lot from the book. It was very important to me that everything that we would do was kind of based on her experience one way or another. You know, you can have a lot of choices what you take and what you leave behind, but that nothing was fake in a way. Everything was drawn from her experience. Even the most outlandish things in the films are drawn from her experience. And then I was lucky enough to have her involved. She allowed, I could speak to her on the Skype, and we met, and I learned also who she was and how her character was. So all that was very important, even to the extent that she would be sending me drawings of how she made the makeshift sail, because I couldn't really understand it from the book. And so she was very supportive, and I think it was very important.
She was very involved in the process. The screenwriters who wrote the script had befriended Tammy in a way and had spent 4 years with her and, writing the movie based on the book that she had written. And then I was brought into it. And so I think because there was already a natural rapport between the three of them, oftentimes when you make movies about real people, the real person doesn't want to be involved, or they don't really mind creatively what happens. And although she was very open and generous in her desire for us to be creative on our own, there was a little bit of a self-inflicted pressure of wanting to make sure that she felt honored and that the story was, we did pay tribute to this story. Also because thematically, everything that actually happened was far more interesting than something we could have created. The fact that she happened to have a jib and she happened to have this one spinnaker pole and that she happened to have just enough water and just enough food to survive, like those are little tiny miracles that led to her ultimate survival, and we wanted to keep that. We didn't want to change that.
Richard! It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna take care of you.
We're thousands of miles from land. We're not in any flight paths. That's like a 1,500 square mile search area.
A needle in a blue haystack.
Is anybody there? Mayday!
My ribs are broken. My legs shattered. I'm dead weight.
If we sail to Hawaii,
It's like a 2,000-mile shot at a moving target. If you miss Hawaii,
we miss Hawaii, we die. I can't do this.
you can do anything you put your mind to. I sailed halfway around the world to find you.
I'm not letting you go.